Hi everyone, welcome to Ravens Radio. My name is Suchi Borkar,
I'm Julia Russo.
and today we're going to talk a little bit about ROTC. So you're in Air Force ROTC. What's that exactly?
So Air Force ROTC stands for the Air Force Officer Reserve Training Corps. And basically, we start the program while we're in college. And by the time we are done with the program, we are ready to commission as second lieutenants in the Air Force.
So did you always want to do military?
Yeah, I always wanted to do something with either like the military or the federal government.
Mm-hmm. So what did you do in high school? Like were you in JR, like junior ROTC?
I didn't do JROTC, but I did Civil Air Patrol, which is similar to that.
Okay.
But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Did you do any like extracurriculars or anything like that? Any clubs?
Yeah, I played sports. I did
Okay.
soccer, basketball, and track, so I did
Uh-huh.
sports all year round.
Okay, that's nice. Um, so what do you do now? What's your college like average day in the life look like?
Um, I so my schedule now is pretty light, school wise, because I'm a criminal justice major and in my last semester, so I do a lot more like ROTC focused stuff and a lot
Hmm.
more just like hanging out with my friends. But throughout the day, I wake up, I try to get a workout in sometime during the day, whether it's in the morning or in the afternoon, and then I'll do some homework, spend some
Hmm.
time watching TV, or just hang out with my roommates, and then go to class when I have it. But like I said, I don't have many classes in person. I do spend a lot of the time, especially on like Tuesdays and Fridays,
Hmm.
in meetings for ROTC, preparing for the week ahead, and then just making sure that everything is ready for what we're going to do on Friday at lab.
Yeah. So what do you want to do? Criminal justice.
Um, I was just kind of interested in it, kind of interested in like FBI or like CIA or something like that. So I thought maybe learning more about our criminal justice system would be helpful with that. And that's kind of also why the military, because that might help be a stepping stone to go to that.
So do you consider like doing FBI or CIA instead of ROTC? Kind of. It seems like you're leaning more towards that stuff.
So I never considered doing that over ROTC because I always knew I wanted to at least be in the military before trying that, especially because it helps your resume if you're in the military,
Yeah.
especially if you are able to get like a security clearance and a top secret security clearance. It helps a lot to go into
Hmm.
the federal agencies.
So what job do you want out of ROTC when you go into a big Air Force?
So the job that I originally wanted was either Office of Special Investigation, or Intel, and the job that I received is a missileer, which basically I will kind of learn about our nation's missiles and learn how to use them basically.
Okay. So you said that you have to prepare for a lab. A lot of your time goes into that. So what exactly is lab and what do you guys do? What do you have to prepare for that?
So our leadership lab is on Fridays, and it's a time where us as POC help the GMC. POC are the juniors and seniors, and then GMC are the freshmen and sophomores. We kind of teach them and help them learn leadership skills, learn drill, learn expeditionary skills, and just learn how to become the leader that the Air Force needs.
Hmm.
So the a lot of stuff that we do preparing is we create POC plans, and kind of outlines what we're going to do during the lab. So each POC will make one throughout the semester. So my job is kind of have the final say on what goes on in them. I make comments on them, and we get ready to present them to cadre, and cadre make the final say of if we
Hmm.
should add something, if we should take something out, how we should run something. So that's how a lot of the week that we spend doing that.
Yeah. So you're like the cadet wing commander, right? So what's your vision for the wing? What do you hope to achieve this semester?
Yeah, so my vision is kind of centered around the great competition power that we're currently in with
Hmm.
China and Russia. So just making sure that not only are we preparing everyone to be a good leader and teaching them good leadership skills and followership skills, making sure that they're aware of the climate that we're going to be
Yeah.
commissioning into, and making sure everyone has an understanding of what's going on in the world around us.
Yeah. So do you like being an underclassman GMC better or being a POC better?
I think it just depends on the day. Being a GMC was very fun.
Uh-huh.
But being a POC is also you just like very rewarding because you're for like especially as wing commander, you're running the entire wing, so you get to play a part in each section of what's going on, and then also get to help develop the underclassmen, which
Yeah.
is very rewarding, getting to see them kind of grow into their leadership roles. So I'd
Hmm.
say probably being a POC.
Yeah. How do you think ROTC has changed your benefited you?
It benefited me a lot. I think without ROTC, I might not have even been in college because I was lucky enough to receive the high school scholarship.
Hmm.
So it benefited me a lot with that. And then also with just like the networking, I've made so many amazing friends at Rutgers and then just around the country with all the clubs that we get to do and the opportunities we get to go to.
Hmm. And then what's your favorite ROTC memory past 4 years? Because you're a senior now, right?
Yeah. Um, let's see. There's a lot of memories, but I would say either going to the national conclaves for Arnold Air Society or
Yeah.
just all the times that I got to hang out with my class and the rest of the POC, just getting to like have fun, learn more about each other. Well, we like to go snowboarding a lot. That is
Yeah.
very fun too.
Would you ski as well?
I've never skied. I've
Yeah,
just
just
always snowboarded,
snowboard.
but some of them do ski. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've heard like snowboarding's harder, right, than skiing.
That's what I've heard. Like I said, I've never skied, so I don't
Yeah.
actually know how
Okay.
hard it is. But I've been snowboarding a few times when I was younger,
Yeah.
so I kind of just knew how to do that already.
Do you have like a specific memory you look back onto or something? Um.
Yeah. So when I was in Arnold Air Society Candidacy my spring semester of my freshman year, we spent a lot of days. My candidacy class, there were 7 of us. We spent a
Hmm.
lot of days, like late nights together, either going to IHOP, or just spending time studying and preparing
Yeah.
for our candidacy sessions that we had. So just all of those times that we were together, those are probably the best memories because that's where I really like got my like true friend group.
Yeah. That's nice. Um. And then what's like the dumbest thing you've done in ROTC or like just stupid mistake or something like that?
Oh God, there's probably a lot. I don't remember honestly. It probably had to do with like something in AS class,
Uh huh.
honestly. Like
Yeah.
just uh probably just like when we're answering questions, sometimes forgetting like that we have to be professional with answering
Oh, okay.
questions.
Yeah.
Probably something like that, but honestly I can't remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no problem. And then my last question for you is, what's your biggest takeaway for from ROTC? Or do you have anything from the for the audience?
Yeah, so my biggest thing that I learned is that it's okay to fail as long as you learn from it and adapt and flex and are able to adjust what you do next time so you don't fail. Especially in ROTC, we encourage people to take risks and not be afraid to fail because us learning now how to cope with failure is a great way for us to mitigate the amount of times that we fail while we're in the Air Force. And when we do fail while we're in the big Air Force, we'll know how to adapt and flex to fix what happened.
That's true. That's true. What's your why? Why'd you choose ROTC and Air Force in general?
So I chose the military and RTC in general because my grandfather was in the Vietnam
Mm-hmm.
War, and fortunately he didn't see action in Vietnam. He was stationed in Germany, but just hearing about his time there and just knowing that I'm making him very proud by also joining the military, and then
Mm-hmm.
also just making the rest of my family very proud. They're very big support systems in my life, and they support me with anything that I want to do, and so I just know that I'm making them very proud. The Air Force ROTC specifically is because I heard about what the Office of Special Investigation was,
Mm-hmm.
and it just seemed like something that I wanted to try to achieve to get into. So I decided to choose the Air Force because of OSI.
Yeah. Are you planning on doing 20 and getting out, or are you doing like 4 years? Do you have an idea of that?
Ideally, I would like to do 20 and then get out, but I think also just life happens. So
Yeah. You never know.
yeah, you never know. Like I might start and I might not like it, or I might get a better opportunity that I might jump to, or I'll love it so much and I'll just stay as long as I
Yeah.
can. So yeah.
Cool. All right. So do you do anything outside of ROTC?
Yeah, so for a few semesters, I did intramural basketball with some other people in
Mm-hmm.
ROTC and then some people who weren't. And then I also did some intramural soccer. Those were fun. You play 4 games, and depending on how good you do in those, you move on to The
Semifinal?
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Wait, no, there's another word.
Quarter.
No.
Playoffs.
Yes.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes. Okay. So with the intramural sports, depending on how you do, you move into the playoffs, and then from there you go to the finals and then the championships. Unfortunately, we never made it to the championships, but we have made it pretty far into the
Yeah.
finals
You
a few
winners at
times.
heart though.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
definitely. We're winners for the detachment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I also did clubs in ROTC. I did Honor Guard and Arnold Air Society. Both of them are great clubs. Both have great opportunities that you can
Mm-hmm.
get. Honor Guard is very focused on drill and rifle movements and posting the colors with the flags, which is very fun. And we get to do that at the beginning of every lab. But then
Mm-hmm.
we also get opportunities to work with Rutgers football for the military appreciation game.
Oh, okay.
And then 1 year we worked with Rutgers hockey for their
Yeah.
military appreciation game. And then we've also had a lot of other outside events with many different organizations, which has been fun. And then for Honor Lair Society, we do a lot of volunteer work, a lot of cleanup, just stuff to give back to the community, a lot of service projects. And then we have two big conclaves throughout the year. One is the regional conclave, which is held in the fall, and that's fun because we get to like meet up with everyone from our region, kind of talk about what we're doing, give each other ideas on how to fundraise and more service
Mm-hmm.
events, and then also just get to meet new people. And then we have our national conclave, which is in the spring, and it changes where it is every year. So I've been to Washington, D.C., I've been to Las Vegas, I've been to San Diego, and then this year it's in Atlanta, Georgia. So that's really fun. Once again, you get to come together with everyone in the
Mm-hmm.
nation who's in Arnold Air, and kind of just learn about the history and kind of network. Sometimes you have the opportunities to meet like high ups in the Air Force, like generals
Okay.
and colonels, stuff like that. You get to network with with USAA, which is great because we get to use them as banking and loans and
Oh,
like stuff like
okay.
that.
Yeah.
And then you just get to network with a lot of people, so it's a lot of fun.
Which one? Which club's your favorite?
Probably Arnold Air, just because I've gotten the most out of it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been to all the NatCons since I've been here and all the um, regional conclaves as well. So I
Mm-hmm.
just got to meet so many people. I talk to them not like almost every day still, and I'm excited to see them again in the spring. But yeah, probably.
Awesome. Give me a question.
Me?
Yeah, hit me with a question.
Cameraman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can we expect for tomorrow's L
Oh,
Lab?
okay, that's a good
That's a question
question.
for myself too.
Yeah. So tomorrow's lab is very drill based. So just making sure you guys are learning some of those intermediate drill movements like left step, right step, a little more practice with column movements and flanking movements, road guard procedures, some procedures that you do when you're going to run. And then we're also going to kind of show you guys a little more of what open ranks inspection looks like, stuff like that.
Should we explain what sharking is?
Yeah. So we normally start every lab off with what we call sharking, which is when the POC cadets will go up to GMC cadets and ask them our warrior knowledge questions. And it's meant to just apply pressure and be intense, to allow the GMC to learn how to work under pressure. And so we go up to like anyone we want and just ask them a certain amount of questions. Hope that they get it right. If not, we'll ask them a different question. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's fun for POC, but probably not for GMC.
Saying no.
Yeah.
If you so like you, they make you ROTC commander, right?
Mhm.
Of all ROTC, what changes would you make?
Ooh,
Or would you add
that's
anything
a
like that?
that's a good question.
Swimming pool in the detachment
Oh.
basement.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would try to like advocate a lot more for like cadets actually like utilizing all like the officer development training
Okay.
opportunities
Yeah.
that they get. And I know like our region commander has come visit, so maybe like trying to do more visits if I have a time for that, and just trying to like get feedback
Mm-hmm.
from not only from like the detachment commanders but from the GMC and POC to see what kind of changes they would like to see throughout the program.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for doing this.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yeah.